Welcome to the Intervision FM universe. It's a snowy Wednesday in Colorado and the Rockies in the Front Range. It's going to be a nice, fun Wednesday filled with a winter wonderland. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, it's a white landscape out here I'm Alan C. Got Johnnie J in the house. We're going to talk about the migrant crisis. We're going to talk about a whole lot of things. How you can help, how through nonprofits they can help, and how we can all come together in unity and in love. Join us on the Intervision FM broadcast today. Got Johnnie J in the house, president and station manager, IntervisionFM.com.
My God.
That's who we love and that's who we serve.
Hi, everybody. This is the Godfather, Soul James Brown. I tell you, this is on. My man is on. Check him out. This is the Godfather, Soul James Brown saying stay with it and hit it. Okay, thank you very much.
Hey, welcome to Intervision. Thank everybody for joining us here on the show today. And let's see, it's Greta, the climate change czar. Are you around? Are you out of the German jail yet?
How dare you?
Looks like she's there.
Yes. So, yeah, there's the so-called, the most important thing that's happening here on the planet is climate change. Because
Well,
the Earth is going to end.
The climate sure has changed today. I'm standing outside in the snow doing a show. with my
Hey,
bro.
yeah, Alan in the snow in Loveland, the beautiful
Right.
Loveland, Loveland. What a name! Was it a guy named Loveland that they named the town after?
I have no idea, but I see all these I Heart Love Land everywhere. It's kind of interesting. This is a pretty cool place to live. Pretty
Oh,
cool
yeah.
place to be.
I got before we get into our stuff here. I'm going to tell you a story. The last time I was in Loveland, a friend of mine, she had bought a house there, but she moved to Arizona, and she wanted me to go get the rent because this lady had
Yes.
stopped paying the rent, right? So I went up there. My friend, I think my friend Gino, he drove me up there,
Mhm.
and we sat down and talked to her, and she said, yeah. And then, we said, just, send. She knew how to send the rent, but I just said, I didn't ask her to write a check right then and there and
Yeah.
give it to me. And then I just, hey, go ahead, write the check. We know things happen, and I just take everything. We left, and the rent didn't get paid. So she finally lost the house.
Wow.
The lady got kicked out. She had these dogs, her kids. And if she would have just been honest and said, hey, I'm going through hard times, but I will catch up. But she just kept saying, she just said, And I'm thinking like, okay, what good is that going to do? And it reminds me, sort of reminds me of the pandemic, because a lot of people did that same thing during through the pandemic. So
Yeah, you're definitely absolutely right about that. We have a little bit of a mess to clean up because of the whole thing. We do have a situation where we all need to come together in unity and in love and just try to help one another, especially now that all of us are going through some interesting times. There's never been a better time to be alive, even though it doesn't look pretty sometimes.
yeah, that is true. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm gonna pause the share. Okay, so now we got the whole screen here. Hey, yeah, and all you need is love. And that's what it's gonna be true. So no matter what I say today, all we need is love, as the Beatles would say.
Yeah, good
All right.
Beatles.
We have some very special sponsors.
Yeah.
Christian Brothers Moving Company,
Mhm.
Eeny Meeny Grant, and Denver Arts and Venue. which I'm going to write them another grant because me and Denver Open Media, we want to do a concert in the park.
Right.
And in order for my nonprofit to get paid,
Hang on.
I have to write a grant, and then I want to pay for the artists that we hired for that event as well, and pay for the advertising and stuff like that because I want to blow it out. Yeah. And I noticed like last time we went to the MLK thing, they fenced off the Civic Center, and usually the Civic Center is not fenced off. So they had that secured and locked down. And I guess maybe that's just the age that we live in, is that, if you can have a big event where there's going to be a lot of people, you just have to fence it off. But we had it in Lama Park, and so far so good. Let me knock on wood.
Right.
So far so good. We had 3 festivals out there, and nothing happened. And so we'll see if we can do that again, or maybe the city and county will require all events to have a fence around it, and hopefully we can get enough money to pay for that kind of stuff too through a grant.
Going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, right?
Yeah. No, definitely interesting at that. So, and if you guys want to be a part of that, hey, info@innovationfm.com. That's info@innovationfm.com. I know we talk sometimes some political stuff, we talk music stuff, and then we just talk just social stuff, just things in our lives. So if you have a topic that you wanted to talk about, info@innovationfm.com. And oh, I'm sorry. My phone is telling me that somebody's waiting for a reply from me, but they're not going to get it until after the show. And then they sent this message a long time ago. So,
hey, speaking of that, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below wherever you're watching. We're on about, 10 different platforms, everything from the mainstream Facebook to the more conservative, like True Social, this kind of thing. So you can catch us all over the place. We're even on TuneIn, from what I understand. We're Live 365, AINV-DB. That's Intervision FM.
Oh yes.
So yeah, we're getting up and rolling here, just so that we can serve you and help promote grassroots musicians.
Yeah. And yesterday I spent like 45 minutes, close to an hour maybe, time stamping the movie Even Me, the hashtag Even Me, and hashtag the movie. And you can find it on YouTube. And I just time stamped it. And I wrote that movie 30 years ago, and I didn't remember all the names. And then as I listened to it again, I remembered the names. So I got to go back in there and put in the names.
Trip down memory lane. Johnny is one of the first blind film producers, and he is based out of Colorado here. I've known him since 1991, so this is kind of cool. Yeah, and look at him, and the person that was helping was just laughing because it was nice to see the reaction, because and then she was saying like 1980s hairstyle, and I guess they used to cut their bangs way up or something like that. And I didn't know. I just picked people for the movie. It's like I didn't have no idea if they were pretty, how they looked or whatever. I said, you're willing to do this part? Let's do this part. And Ramon, it was a guy in a wheelchair, and I feel kind of bad for Ramon because he was in a wheelchair and his parents were taking care of him. And as you know, a lot of times, sometimes you either outlive your parents, or they get so old that they can't, lift you up like they did when they were younger or whatever. And then you have to take care of them. And so Ramon, the last time I saw him, he said that his brothers were taken over and they weren't as nice as his mother and dad. And of course, you can't, the love of a mom and a dad is different than a brother or a sister who might not have that same kind of dedication.
So I'm not sure, what happened to Ramon. He got into a car accident when he was 16, driving crazy without a seatbelt, and it paralyzed him from the chest down.
There's all
And
kinds of stuff that happened to the cast of that movie. I'll tell you that right now.
yeah, the lead actor, Aaron, I don't know, should I say this? He got killed in a carjacking, and
Yeah.
he had finished school. He had started a business.
Yeah.
Him and his friend, and they were driving around in the car, and I guess they had a nice car. Him and his cousin,
Yeah.
and some banditos walked up to them and shot and killed both of them.
Yeah.
And I felt kind of bad because I felt really bad because I wanted to remake the movie and get more money and do it over again. And his mother called me up, she crying, and she said, "I didn't get a copy of the movie. Can you send me a copy of the movie?" And she said, "I'll pay for it." I said, "No, you don't have to pay for it. This is your son." And
I went to school with a guy, so it kind of hits close to home. I mean, how small the world is. Ladies and gentlemen, we value culture. It's important that our countries and stuff are respected as nation states. At least that's what some of us believe.
Yeah.
Others of us have Native American ancestry, and so the question is often asked with the immigrant crisis, what the Native American would have thought when European settlers came to this country. We are faced with a similar crisis today, where our country, on one hand, is being, some would say,
inundated
with
right.
new cultures, new things, new ways of life.
And let me pause you there. Politicians, Democrats, liberals, rhino Republicans, they cause the problem. Then they come in and say they want to fix the problem with either money or social programs. So this problem was caused because in 1973, Roe versus Wade said, "Hey, ladies, you can legally kill whatever's inside it. It's just a blob, just kill it." So 63 million deaths later, America has a shortage in workers because we killed 63 million of them. So the Democrat, socialists, liberals caused the problem 50 years ago. Now they want to fix the problem. And it's from an email I got, and I shared it a little bit with on the platforms. It's an email I got from Mayor B. Hancock, who declared Denver, and the governor Polis declared Denver a sanctuary where if you're a criminal or if you're illegal, you can come in here and we, the state of Colorado, will protect you. You could even kill Americans here and we won't put you in jail. We'll just say, "Hey, run away back to Mexico or wherever you came from, and we won't prosecute you and we won't pursue you because we are a sanctuary state." Okay,
Yeah.
Now you can continue. I just want to give people a basis of how this problem started. Because when I was younger, I didn't know this kind of stuff. Now that I got older, I understand a lot more about politics, Democrats, liberals, and rhino Republicans.
There are a lot of moving parts to it. So I just wanted to bring that piece of it up because it's an important thing to note, especially given the fact that a swath of our population that was here before we came is, as we speak, many of them are sitting on land, which they have, and their own separate nation because they had to fight for that kind of recognition. However, they're a nation within a nation, and so they have chosen, or we have chosen, I guess. There's a lot of moving parts to this. This is difficult, and the only way to get through a difficult situation is love. And there's a scripture that talks a lot about that, found in I'm outside doing the show, so I don't have my laptop.
Okay, First John in chapter 4, and then verse 7 and 8. And let me see. I was going to get over there to the document, but my computer's acting silly.
Basically, First John chapter 4, verses 7 and 8 talk about how we are to treat each other with love, how we are to unite using that love. Now, it is true, absolutely true, that there are folks, I know one from Scotland, who spent thousands upon thousands of dollars to immigrate legally. And I guess your wife, she was from Europe, and I would imagine she immigrated legally.
Yeah.
It is interesting to note that there are those out there that have chosen to come here because of circumstance outside of legal channels.
Yeah, and we're not talking about the ones who are truly being persecuted in their country, and so they're looking for another country where they're not going to be persecuted. Uyghurs, they came here from China, who they're being persecuted there. Muslims who are being persecuted in China, or Christians who are being persecuted in some of the Eastern countries. If they came to America, we're not talking about those people. We're talking about people who, or maybe they say, like, oh, we want a better life. And they say, well, we want a better life, but we don't want to get at the end of the line. We want to get in front of the line. And because of this bandito we have in the White House now, he says, come on over. You don't have to get in back of the line. You can jump ahead and cut the line. And I know in some countries, if you cut the line, you're going to get beat down. I don't know if they do that here in America, but I know in some countries, if you jump in front of the line, and a group of men will step up and say, hey, what are you doing? And if you don't know what you're doing, let's give you a couple of blue eyes, and you'll think about it the next time you want to do that.
Mm.
But I digress. Oh, man. So
one thing I did not do before the show was charge my battery, so I'm going to die.
No,
the end.
We're gonna leave you out there in the snow of Loveland.
Leave me out there in the snow of Loveland. I'm going to go shovel some snow. But this is an interesting set of topics that we all need to look at, because the bottom line is things are the way they are. We can pontificate on why they are that way, but there are people that are out there to be able to help, and there are organizations. Johnny's going to tell you a little bit about them, folks, and I'm going to out because, like I say, my battery is going to go bye-bye.
Okay, sicken as long as you can. So Mayor B. Hancock, the bandito, and Polis, they sent me an email, because I'm in that loop, because I want to hear what they're doing. I know when the Democrats are meeting. I know when they want to do initiatives and all that kind of stuff, because I want to be in that loop so I can bring that to you, because they sometimes love to do things on the sneak, just as they did 2 years ago. They passed an initiative to mandate that farmers have their chickens put in cages. Well, chickens, they like to get together, rub shoulders, socialize like that. And but these bureaucrats in down at the Capitol said that we know better than farmers, so we're going to require that all of you have cage-free chickens, and we'll raise. And the prices used to be $2, now it's like $6 and $8 because of this regulation. And Polis, he made sure that this law wouldn't go into effect until after the election. So if he got elected, if he didn't want it to go in 2022, because people would say, wait a minute, our eggs are going up because of you, Paulus? He wanted it to happen afterwards, so you'll be deceived and not know that what him and his banditos did down at the Capitol.
That's just one example. That's why people have to be involved if they so choose to be involved at the local, state, and federal levels.
And if you don't choose, what you get is what you get. I
Yeah.
have a daughter who she doesn't vote, so what she gets is what she gets. And I guess a lot of people out there have daughters and sons, and you might even be one of those people that you don't choose to participate in the with so-called democracy, and that's the only time we do a democracy where the majority gets whatever gets the people in. But we are a constitutional republic. A constitutional republic. That means from the smallest to the biggest, everyone gets a vote. And that's what part of our electoral college is about. And I'm so surprised how many stupid people don't know that we are a constitutional republic. And I was walking in Martin Luther King and said, "This is what democracy looks like." And I'm saying, "You bunch of idiots." And they were young people. And I said, democracy is only used during voting time. We are founded, a Judeo-Christian country founded on a constitutional democracy. But they're young and they were brainwashed by the school system, which is dumbing down a lot of our young people. And if you're offended, leave your comments at below. If you disagree, let's agree to disagree, like Twitter is now doing a fair job of it with Elon Musk. And a lot of my liberal Democrat friends have left it because they can't stand freedom of speech. And are you still with us, Alan? There you are.
Well, I'm here. I'm not here for very long.
You're fading. Well, we got about, let's see, it's 21 minutes after the hour. So, so I got this email. I got to stop saying
okay.
So. Ugh. Okay, I got this email from Hancock and his cronies saying nonprofits, the community, we need your help because we had this influx of, they call them migrants. I say illegals, some migrants seeking I don't know, I forget what they call it, safety. And we need your help because we caused this problem 50 years ago with Wade versus Rogue, and we told you to kill half of our workforce. And you did a great job. You did 63, these are my words now, you did 63 million, you killed 63 million of our people that could have been working. But now we need to open our gates. We need to open our hearts, and we didn't let all these illegals in because, as usual, us politicians, we cause the problem, and then we come riding in on the white horse and say, "We'll rescue you. Just let us give you free phones, free medical, and if you stick around a little bit longer, we'll even let you vote. We'll send out 30,000 postcards saying that you can vote. And then we'll send out another postcard without the name of Jenna Griswold and say, oh, we made a mistake. We shouldn't have sent out 30,000 postcards." So
don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, folks.
Yeah, like, share, and subscribe because I'm on fire.
I'm about ready to bow out because my battery, every word that you're speaking, your volume goes down further and further. I'd love to see if I'm even transmitting.
Yeah, you are. I can hear you clear, loud and clear. And I can hear the people in Backman shoveling the snow too, because we're in the midst of a winter storm here in Colorado.
Yeah,
and I think good is that we have a manager that we always clean off our sidewalks, but not everybody on our block, and these little bungalows clear out the sidewalks. So be careful. And if you know judo and you slip and fall, just remember, slap the ground and that'll break the fall. I learned that when I was 23, when I was taking judo at this blind event center. It was a blind school, but it was also, they had judo competitions for blind people. And so we would have judo competitions with sighted people. So they would come and judo for blind people is so good because you grab a hold of that person and then they show you how to flip that person. and then they show you how to fall, and it was pretty exciting to learn how to do judo. But once again, I'm digressing because I can hear the guy in back of me shoveling snow. But okay, yeah, okay. So now they're begging nonprofits to have a heart, and they're taking money from you and I, the taxpayers, to pay for their free phones, pay for their free medical stuff. And usually when you come from another country, you do that in your country first. You get your shots, you get your treatment, and then you have to have a sponsor here that can sponsor you until you get a job. And I know somebody, which I'm very proud of her, in 2 months, she got a job. 2 months.
Wow.
And someone, sponsored it, paid for the paperwork and all that kind of stuff. And so I guess I said, well, these people, they pay for these coyotes to get them here, these banditos. They paid the $6,000, $5,000. So now they're broke. So now they need to force money from us, the taxpayers, to give to them free cell phones, medical, and put them in our schools for free.
Yep, it is definitely something that we as Americans don't understand and realize the benefits that we do have as Americans.
Yeah. Oh, and Alan has left the building. His power has went out, and hey, thank you for showing up, Alan. So I will continue, and it's 26 minutes after. So you get the point. No one has, the guy that came in our meeting about 6:09 this morning. We started the meeting at 9 a.m. in the morning. So 6:09, I was listening to the Kim Munson show on KLZ radio. So wasn't anywhere near, letting him email. So he probably got it or he didn't get it. So I want to remind you guys, we are a nonprofit organization. We could use your support. You can go to paypal.me/InnovationDenver, paypal.me/InnovationDenver, and show your support for our television show. Like and share this show because it helps our algorithms. Do like and share the show, and give us your feedback. Leave it in the comment line. And sometimes I go over to Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and I will look at the comments and DLive, Rumble, and let's see, Twitch, and I forgot some of the Daily Motion. I go over there and I look at the comments, and we thank you for those comments. So anyway, yeah. America, we want to help people. We want to show the love. But when these politicians and bureaucrats steal our money to give to other people, pretty soon you're going to, in this socialist utopian that they want to put together, utopia, you're going to run out of money, other people's money to spend on other people. And right now, we've got 51% of the population paying for the 49% of the population. And I know not all those people are either blind or disabled or for some reason can't work, or senior citizens. I know a lot of those people are just taking a free ride on the system. And that is something we have to stop. Everybody should be able to work and obtain the American dream. And if you're not willing to do that, not sure why you are here in America. So we're going to end the show, and we'll see you next week. Have a fantastic weekend. Get out, do something fun. Go see a theater play, hear some great music, and we'll catch you next time.